how to make a resume for a fresher, how to make a resume from scratch, resume video, resume template. Tell us about ATS friendly resume. So my entire comment section was filled with one keyword, resume. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Riya Ranjan and I work as a DevOps engineer at Visa. So I've been getting a lot of requests around resume, so here it is. In this video, I'm going to show you a proper ATS friendly resume structure for both freshers and experienced professionals. And trust me when I say this, your resume can literally decide whether you get shortlisted or rejected before even reaching the interview round. So before jumping into the video, let's understand what is ATS and why everyone is telling about ATS friendly resume. ATS stands for Applicant Tracking System. It is basically a software which is used by the companies or recruiters to filter and scan your resume before they actually reach a recruiter. Because think about it, if a company is posting a single job opening, they might be receiving thousands of applications. Now it's practically impossible for a recruiter to manually go, check, filter and scan each application. So to ease the effort, companies use ATS friendly software to filter the resumes based on skills, keyword, technology, experience, formatting and overall relevance to the particular role. For example, if a company is hiring for a DevOps role, the ATS may search for a keyword AWS, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform, Jenkins, Ansible, CI/CD pipeline or other relevant technologies. But this doesn't mean you should randomly stuff every keyword in your resume. Rather, your resume should show your actual skills and projects. This video is for both fresher and experienced. Now, having said all of that, let's start building the resume section by section. So first comes the header section. This section is going to contain your full name, then your professional email ID, your phone number, your LinkedIn profile, your GitHub profile and any portfolio of your projects. Please avoid adding a photo or any fancy graphics, your address, your date of birth. We don't need that. Keep it professional and simple. Now comes the professional summary. This is for both experienced and freshers. And honestly, this is where most people make mistakes. So please avoid writing any generic theory. I have seen so many resumes where people are mentioning, I'm very hardworking and passionate. I'm looking for a cloud role. And this tells absolutely nothing. Instead, your summary should clearly mention your domain, technologies, skills, experience level, and which role you are targeting. For example, a fresher can write something like this: DevOps and cloud enthusiast with hands-on experience on AWS, Terraform, Jenkins through multiple projects. And if you are experienced, you can write something like DevOps engineer with 3+ years of experience in AWS cloud infrastructure, Kubernetes, CI/CD pipeline, Terraform, worked on multiple projects on multi-cloud. But I feel this also sounds a bit generic. So what you can do is you can use GPT to write your summary, but please make sure to train your GPT and give all the relevant details such as your skills, project technologies, certifications, the role that you are targeting for and the job description of that role, so that GPT can take all the relevant points to create a professional summary that suits that targeted role. Now from here, a resume for a fresher and for experienced person will look different. For a fresher, skills and projects matter the most. So for them, their projects become their experience. After summary, a fresher will mention their projects. You should clearly mention your project name, technologies used, what problem it solved, your contribution, and most importantly, any measurable impact. For example, build automated CI/CD pipeline using Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, and AWS to automate deployment workflows. Now for experienced professional, your work experience matters the most. So after professional summary, you are going to add your work experience. You have to clearly mention your recent company name, your designation, your duration, and impact-based bullet points. Please don't just write responsibilities. Recruiters already know what a DevOps engineer or software engineer generally does. Instead, you can show what you actually built or improved. And also don't write simply like worked on AWS, worked on Kubernetes, used Kubernetes. No. Instead, you can write something like automated AWS infrastructure provisioning using Terraform and reducing deployment time by 60%. Or you can write managed Kubernetes production clusters by handling certain number of requests daily. You can fill any number there. This is sounding much stronger because now you are showcasing impact, scale, tools, and your actual contribution, which is very important. Now after experience or project comes the skill section. Now one important mistake that people make here is they randomly put all the skills that they have seen everywhere on the internet. But please avoid making this mistake. Only add those skills that you can actually explain in an interview. Because trust me, if you have mentioned something on the resume the interviewer is definitely going to ask you one or two questions based on that skill. So it's always recommended to make your skill categorized. For example, making pointers, cloud platform, AWS, GCP, Azure, whatever you know. It can be one or many. Then CI/CD tools, monitoring tools such as Prometheus, Grafana, whatever you know. Infrastructure as a code, database. And I have also noticed sometimes people, they rate their own skills 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. Don't do that. It looks very unprofessional. After adding skills in both the resumes, now fresher is going to add about internship or training. Even virtual internship or practical training programs can be added if they are genuine. Now for experienced professional, after your experience, you can optionally add major projects separately if they have strong production level implementation that is worth mentioning. Then in both resumes, we have to add education section. Keep this section very simple, especially for experienced. Your college name, degree, you can mention CGPA if it is decent, and your graduation year. Now after education, you have to add certifications. You can add any certification based on your role. For example, if you are into cloud or DevOps, you can mention any certification on AWS, Terraform, Kubernetes, Linux, or any other relevant certification. And for freshers, you can add any certification that you got from your college, but make sure it should be technical, or it can be non-technical if it is showing your managerial or leadership skill. And at the end, you can add your interpersonal skill, but please avoid adding hardworking, very eager to learn. No, these are very generic and you can find these exact interpersonal skills in most of the resumes. So we have to make our resume a bit unique. So what you can do is, instead of writing hardworking, you can search the synonym of hardworking. I have given this example before. So hardworking is also known as diligent. But here diligent is sounding more professional and unique. You can mention your one or two hobby, but make sure to keep this section very minimal because recruiters mainly focus on projects, technical relevance and impacts. Now let me share few important tips that you should keep in your mind before creating your own professional resume. And this is for both freshers and experienced. Keep your resume one page if you are a fresher, and for experienced you can go up to 1.5 to maximum 2 pages. That's it. Avoid adding multiple fonts. Stick to one or maximum two fonts. So always save your resume in two forms. One is Word and other is PDF. If you want to change something, just use the Word format. And if you want to send your resume to someone for referral or for job, just send the PDF format. Never send Word format. Always customize your resume based on the job description. Never use the same resume for all the openings. Don't add your photo. And make sure to use proper action word in your resume such as build, automated, optimized, implemented, managed. It will show your hold on that particular task. And most importantly, keep this thing in your mind. No one is going to give more than their 10 seconds on your resume. So your resume should be easy to scan within 5 to 10 seconds. There are two types of resumes. One is very simple, structured and impact-worthy, nothing fancy. The other one is very graphical, full of graphics and impacts. If you want to make a very simple structured resume, you can use Microsoft Word. It is completely free. And if you want to make your resume a bit graphical, colorful, you can use Canva. There are multiple free options available as well. You can select any template, fill all your details, and then you can download that. Don't worry, I'm going to share a sample resume for a fresher and experienced in the description box below. Also the link to a Canva template from where you can create your graphical resume. Let me know if you want to know anything more about resumes. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share it with your friends who are also looking for a resume video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you super soon in my next video. Till then, bye bye.